everyone. Thank you so much for joining me at Yoga with Joan Bossy. I'm Joan, and Yoda is my Frenchie. He usually joins me. He's about 7 years old. We are coming onto our mat today to do a post-workout stretch. So if you've gone to the gym and you've done some weights, you've done maybe some running or some walking, and you want to get a good stretch. So we're going to take a few minutes to do that. So let's begin. So come to a seated position. We always begin with a few breaths. So hands come to the knees. Close your eyes for a moment, taking a breath in and out through the nose. Let's take a few more breaths here, letting the crown of your head float up towards the sky. Chin is neutral, maybe slightly tucked in. Feel your sits bones grounding you into the earth, and your chest gently lifting. So let the eyes begin to float open. We'll take the arm out to the side, the right arm. Inhale it up, and exhale it down. We'll do the other side. Noticing how your side feels, how those muscles feel. We'll continue this motion a few times. And if it feels good to hold one position a little longer, go ahead and do so. Take the hands and walk them out from the left knee. Let the head and shoulders drop. Notice a stretch maybe in your lower back, hips. Let everything go. Let the head grow heavy. Let the shoulders drop as best as possible. And then we'll walk the fingers towards the knee, coming to the opposite knee, walking out. Notice how this side feels as you drop down. Couple breaths here. I know this side feels a little tighter for some reason for me. Coming back, walking the fingers towards the knee. We'll walk out. Actually, we'll change the cross of our legs. Opposite leg comes in front. Walking the fingers out. Let everything go as you drop down. Maybe stretch the arms out. And again, maybe you're just a little lean. It doesn't have to be... It doesn't matter what your flexibility is, as long as you feel a stretch. One more breath in and out. Walking or sliding the hands back up. Draw the right hand to the left knee. Take a twist, letting the opposite hand come behind as a prop. Use the muscles in the waist. Crown of the head long. Take a big breath here, in and out. Release. Hands come to the side. We'll do the other side. Left hand to the opposite knee. Feel the nice twist in the waist as the waist works and does the work. Relax your neck. Good. Coming back to the center. We'll take the right arm out and let that shoulder drop down. Draw the arm across your body. Hook it with your hand or your forearm. Draw the hips as forward as possible, the chest lifting, and really lengthen the arm gently. But let that shoulder drop down as you draw the arm towards you. We'll take 2 breaths here. Really feeling where the stretch is happening in that shoulder. Releasing the arms down to the side for a moment. Take a breath here. And then take that same arm, right arm, release it up towards the sky, really reaching. Dropping the hand to the nape of the neck. Take the opposite hand, draw that elbow in. Good. And keeping that hand right there, take the opposite hand behind and walk those fingers, slide them up towards the fingers of that hand. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't, but keep actively reaching for them. As you lift your chest, you'll feel a stretch in the left shoulder as well. Stay here with it, just stay with it, and then release. Opening up the hands and maybe a pulse back. And before we do the other shoulder, let's bring our hands to our knees. Inhale up for a seated cow. Take a look up and send the back into a rounding here as you exhale. Chin, belly pull in, rounding that spine. And then we'll be released back to cow. Inhale, chin lifts. Maybe a look up with the eyes. And then rounding the spine. And you take one more at your own pace, wherever you are. Good. Coming back to neutral spine, we'll take the opposite arm out. Let that shoulder drop down. Draw that arm across, maybe the forearm or the hand, whatever works for you and your body. Let that shoulder release down. Drawing it in, holding here. Chest lifts gently. Good. Let that stretch sink into your body. Good. And then release. Arms can come to the side for a moment. Shake it out. And then lifting that left arm, reach towards the sky with the hands, like you're trying to reach up and take something from the sky. Nice length here. Relax that neck and then drop that hand behind that nape of the neck, that lower neck. Take that opposite hand, draw the elbow in. Maybe that hand slides a little bit further down. Breathe. And then take that opposite hand behind the back, maybe reaching for the fingers of the opposite hand. And again, you're going to feel it in the opposite shoulder as well. Hold, hold, hold. You got this. You got this. And then let everything go. Shake it out. Roll the shoulders up and forward and down a few times. And then the opposite way. Okay. Good. And when you're finished with your last one, let the shoulders come down. Take the right ear to the right shoulder and hold there. Just feel a nice stretch in the neck. You can crawl the fingers of the opposite hand out away from your body, feeling for a sweet spot where you've added the shoulder to the stretch of the neck. And gently let the chin drop towards the armpit. Take a look at that armpit or that shoulder on the right side. Breath in and out. And then coming back, chin to chest. Nice look down. Take a look up with the head if that feels okay on your neck. And come back. Beautiful. Now let's go to the other side. And again, let the shoulders drop down. If you have to roll them up and back and down to get that relaxed feeling, take that left ear and just let it just reach, grow heavy, and just drop towards the shoulder. And you can add the weight, light weight of the hands or not. And then crawling the opposite fingers out to add the shoulder a little bit, maybe the rest of the neck. Maybe even in the air a little with the hand, but finding a spot where that feels good. Well, that feels good. I added a gentle weight of my fingers on my temple, and I feel it a little more in my neck. So important to stretch the neck as well as the shoulders after a workout. And then taking that chin, let it drop towards the left armpit. Breathe. Good. Come back to the center. Oh, it feels so good to stretch. And now we're going to do some semicircle rolls, dropping the chin, roll the head to the right, and stop there and just enjoy and come back. And maybe another time you roll to the right, and you can stay with this. Or if you feel comfortable, let your head relax back and do a gentle neck roll around. I like to take a couple. Oh, it feels good. And then coming chin to chest, finishing up that side. Head comes back to neutral. And then you can take the opposite. Again, rolling the shoulders up and back and down. Take that left ear and just let it sink towards that left shoulder. And then crawl the right arm out, feeling a nice stretch there. And again, if you did the other side first, make sure you do the opposite side next. Wherever you are is perfect. And then let that chin come towards that armpit. Take a look at it. And then the chin comes back to the chest. Maybe a look up or just come back to neutral. Good. And then maybe take those semicircle rolls or take a roll all the way around. You decide. I'm going to drop my chin, just a semicircle roll to the left. And maybe all the way around. Or just the semicircle roll if that feels good. Finding your palms turned up. Take a breath here. Notice how your neck feels. Making sure that you semicircle roll both ways, or if you take that stretch all the way around, do both sides. And when you're finished with your neck rolls or neck semicircle rolls, come to your hands and knees. We're going to stretch out that back. Hands come forward, hips pull back. Let everything come down, walking the hands to the right, head releases. Lean a little to the left if that feels good, or stay right in the center. Walking to the opposite side, like a clock, like the hands of a clock. Drop the head, lean a little to the right. Hands are over to the left. And then walking the hands back nice and slow. Leaning forward, coming to our knees, we can let the forearms drop to puppy. Let the head, the chin, the chest just gently weighted down towards bring it like it's a weight, reaching down towards the floor. For a puppy, stretching that chest out, the shoulders. Now, if this is not enough, you can always raise the forearms. Reaching with the hands, let the chin come down. Relax down, release, and breathe. Turning it into a shoulder stretch, you can tent those fingers, sending the chin, the chest, or just the head down. Whatever feels good. I like to take a shoulder stretch. I have the range of motion because I take this stretch a few times a week. But don't force anything. Find what feels good for you. Absolutely don't want to force anything. And then we'll walk those hands back nice and slow. Coming to your hands and knees. Take your cat-cow. Inhale to cow. Chin lifts, belly drops. Exhale to cat. Round the spine as the chin. Belly pull in. Take a few rounds at your own pace. Maybe holding cat or cow a little longer. Turning the toes under if that feels good. And turning those toes under now, we're going to stretch that back by sending the hips up high. Heels pull back towards the floor as we send the chest to the thighs. Downward dog, pedaling the legs by bending the right knee. Feel that calf muscle, the left leg open up. And then bend the left knee as the right leg straightens, stretching out the calf muscle. Continue that motion. And then when you're ready, I want you to take your hands and press into your fingers a little bit on the mat like suction cups, not flat, flat. And a little bit with the thumb, not as much. Send the leg up, inhale it. Use that heel to pull up or away from the body. Bend that knee for a nice hip opener. And then straighten the leg, inhale it. And send it to the right of your right hand, so nice and wide. And come down into this lizard pose. So this is really going to open up your hip after working out. Come down onto a book or the floor with your hands. Your forearms, so hands or forearms, as you lean gently, drawing the chest forward. And you can also press a little into that thigh, turning yourself up towards the sky. That's an option. Or stay right here in lizard. You can draw that heel towards your body. You can also reach with the right hand to the foot, taking a quad stretch here. This is a nice quad stretch. And stay here as long as you like. See how it feels. So this lizard pose is an excellent hip opener. You can also raise the knee for more if you need more. And again, it's okay if this knee is opening a little to the right, as long as the toe is over the knee. You can diagonal the toe a little bit here, so it's over the knee. Press into it. This is a nice opener for the hip. So drawing yourself back up, heel toe the foot over, and then rock back onto the right heel. So this is half split, so you're drawing this right hip back and you're leaning forward. So drawing back and leaning forward. Nice stretch here. Good. Now, if you had a block or a book, you could always put it right under here, under your thigh, and you could stretch yourself out if you needed more, so that you're coming down onto that block to support you, or the floor to take the full splits. So half splits is the perfect stretch. So that's if you needed more. So we're gonna come back onto that sole of the foot, knee over ankle, lifting the back knee, take a runner's lunge here, hold here, take that palm and plant it down, take the right arm up, take a nice big stretch, opening up, maybe dropping the hand behind the left hip, breath in and out, and then we'll come back down. Let's spring forward to forward fold, maybe holding the elbows and stretching down. You're still warm from working out, but your legs may be bent if they're not straightening. That's okay. You can rest your chest on your thighs. You can also walk the hands side to side or widen the feet. See how that feels on your lower back, on your hamstrings. You're drawing your chest towards your legs. Bring a little more weight to the front part of the foot. You won't fall over. It feels like you're going to, but you won't. And then you're gonna bend those knees and rise. Just nice big stretch, arms out to the side and then up. Maybe a baby back bend. Exhale the hands to the heart. Take a quick side stretch here. Right arm reaches. And then left arm reaches. Good. And then we'll bend the knees, bring the arms up, and we'll draw ourselves down. Exhale to forward fold. Good. And we'll bring the knees underneath us, coming to that tabletop pose. Turn the toes under, find our downward dog again. So we can stretch the left side. We'll lift that left leg. Heel pushes away from the body. Maybe bend that knee if that feels good for you. Opening up the hip. Hips are forward, pressing into the fingers. And then we'll straighten the legs, send it to the left of the outside of the hand, the left hand. Come down onto the right knee. Or you could keep it up as you stretch here in lizard. You can stay on your hands as you lean forward or come to your forearms. And like we talked before, you could press a little into that thigh, turning the chest up towards the sky. Continuing to open that hip. You can also draw the heel, the right heel towards the body. Take a nice quadricep stretch for the top of the thigh. You could also reach with the left hand for the foot, drawing it a little more closer to your glute muscle. This is a great quad stretch that really feels, you can feel the tightness once you've worked out sometimes, and this really works it out. So this lizard pose, maybe you're still leaning forward in lizard pose, your hand maybe on your thigh, opening up the left hip a little more. Wherever you are, take another breath. Good, and then we'll walk the hands back up, heel toeing the foot in a little bit, and you could come off that back knee for a runner's lunge. Springing, oh, we forgot our little twist before we do. Right knee comes down, plant that right hand, reach up with that left arm, open up, maybe tuck the hand behind the hip, opening it up, stretching the shoulder. And then hand comes down, framing the foot, springing the back foot forward, find your forward fold, 3 breaths here. A little more weight to the front part of the foot. Maybe holding the elbows and hanging. And then bringing the hands to the shins. We'll take a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale the hands down as we draw the chest towards the thighs. And when you're ready, we'll bend the knees, reaching out away from the body with the arms and up. Exhaling the hands to the heart. Beautiful. And we'll come back down onto the mat. And we'll do it this way. We'll bend those knees, reaching up. Fold down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then we'll bring our feet back down. Finding ourselves on our mat. Holding the backs of the thighs as we come down, drawing the soles of the feet together to stretch the hips a little more. You've done a great job opening up the body, the torso, the shoulders, the legs, everything. So you're here, you're taking a couple breaths, grounding yourself for the day. You worked out, you've stretched. Good. And when you're ready, you can hold the backs of the thighs and rock back and forth or roll to one side to come up. It's up to you. I remember doing this as a kid and really liking it. It really massages the back. So coming back up, we'll close, bringing the hands together. Thank you so much for joining me at Yoga with Joan Bossy. Have a great day. And give us a like, maybe subscribe to the channel for the free stretching videos, free yoga videos. And Yoda, do you want to say goodbye? Yeah. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.